Welcome back. I promised you 5 different sources for ideas for a startup. I took you through 3 of them so far. I took you through a source of pain, ideas that come from pain, from a customer pain, change, trends in the market and in global trends, things from history, specifically trees as a methodology. And now I'll talk about ideas that come from other industries. The key question that you ask is what advances are in a completely different industry that can be used to disrupt our industry. A lot of things work like that. Essentially, the framework is this: you have 2 industries, industry A and industry B. Both of them go through continuous improvement. First we have technology A in industry A and technology B in industry B. Then, as continuous improvement continues to improve, you get technology A plus in industry A and technology B plus in industry B. Then you have technology B plus plus in industry B, which is where when someone realizes that that technology can be used in industry A, and this is where you have cross-boundary disruption, and technology B++ finds its way into industry A, and after that it gets adopted and becomes technology A++. It continues to improve while it continues to improve in the original industry as well. I gave you probably the best, the most famous paper to read that was written by Andy Grove together with Burgelman as a paper in Stanford on cross-boundary disruptions. So I didn't make it required reading, but it's a great article to read. Here is an example. Industry A is the radio industry. This is what radios used to look like. Very big, very heavy. You needed at least a vehicle to carry that radio. Very long antenna, takes a lot of power. And a parallel industry was the telephone industry. Both of them, by the way, conveying voice. So 2 completely different industry conveying voice, completely developing separately. The radio industry got to the point where the radio could be carried by a soldier on his back. And I know that because I used to carry it. And this radio that you see here weighs close to 70 pounds. So I used to carry a 70-pound radio on my back. What happens in the other industry? We get the rotary dial telephone. Now that telephone is on the table, on the desk. It's more convenient. The radios become walkie-talkies, radio that you can actually hold in your hand. Now, if you think about what are the improvements that happen at that point, you have improvement in battery technology, you have improvement in antenna technology, in the components themselves. If we started with big bulbs that consume a lot of current, that heat up, all of a sudden we're using solid state components, transistors, integrated circuit, LCD displays. All of a sudden that radio can do the same thing, but it's much, much smaller and a lot more mobile. What happens in telephones? Now we have the corporate telephone, we have the smartphone, now it's touch dialing, it has storage, memory, it can put phone call on hold. It has a lot of very, very cool features. Radio industries continue to improve, and it improves in that the handheld radios are now so small, so cheap, so good that now consumers are starting to buy them. They're no longer radio or government, they're no longer military or government devices. And at that point, this technology is cheap enough, mobile enough, consumer friendly enough that it gets adopted into the telephone industry to create the mobile phone. This is only one example of how technology that develops in one industry all of a sudden reaches a certain level of performance, capabilities, price point, friendliness, that it can be used into another industry. So once again, the question that you have to ask yourself is, I am in industry A, whatever that industry is. What is happening in other industries that can radically change or disrupt my industry, and oh, I want to be the one disrupting it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.